top focus. The leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi's visit to the United States has triggered a storm, this time over what is being alleged of his comments on the Sikh community. Now, it drew flack from the BJP, with the party's main Sikh face taking on Rahul Gandhi with a reminder of 1984.
Rahul Gandhi's anti-Modi, anti-BJP tirade in the US. And this time, while taking a swipe at the centre, he stoked a massive row.
I don't think the BJP, in a fair election, they were nowhere near to.
While speaking at an event in Virginia, Rahul said that the fight in India is about whether a Sikh is going to be allowed to wear a turban, whether a Sikh will be allowed to wear a kada or go to the Gurdwara. His comment drew huge flake from the BJP. Union Minister Hardeep Puri reminded Rahul of 1984 anti-Sikh riots and how Sikhs felt unsafe during the Congress rule.
The fight is about whether he, as a Sikh, is going to be allowed to wear his turban in India. Or he, as a Sikh, is going to be allowed to wear a kada in India. Or he, as a Sikh, is going to be able to go to Gurdwara. That's what the fight is about. And not just for him, for all religions.
At least in India, the only time when Sikhs have felt a certain anxiety or insecurity and faced an existential threat was when statements were made कि बड़ा पेड़ अगर गिरता है तो धरती हिलती है. This is as close a justification to targeting of minority communities as I've ever seen in my life.
The Congress later argued that criticizing the BJP was not same as criticizing India.
एक प्रधानमंत्री के पद पर बैठे हुए व्यक्ति लोगों को कपड़ों से पहचानने की बात करते हैं. हिजाब के खिलाफ आपकी पार्टी आंदोलन चलाती है. जो आज हिजाब के खिलाफ आंदोलन चलाती है वो कल सिखों की पगड़ी पर भी आएगी.
I don't think the BJP.
Rahul, who is a strong advocate of caste consensus, stoked another row with his remark on the need for reservation.
We will think of scrapping reservations when India is a fair place. And India is not a fair place. Now, that creates a problem, because there are many people who come from the upper castes, right, who say, look, what have we done wrong? Right? Why are we being punished? And so then you think about increasing dramatically the supply of some of these things.
Rahul Gandhi has launched a series of pointed attacks against the BJP at various events in the US. His trip comes days ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's planned visit to America. With Aishwarya Paliwal, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's move on. Get you the news coming in from Kolkata. 31 days after the rape and murder of a 31-year-old doctor, doctors continue their protest. The stir is despite Supreme Court's directive of September 9th to resume duties today. Doctors have demanded resignation from the West Bengal Health Secretary. Meanwhile, a war of words has broken out between the 31-year-old doctor's parents and Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee.
It was exactly a month ago when 31-year-old trainee Dr. Abhaya was raped and murdered at Kolkata's RG Kar Medical College. Over 30 days later, the fight for justice for Abhaya is still going on. Junior doctors marched to the Swasthya Bhavan on Tuesday. They are demanding that the Bengal Health Secretary be sacked by the Mamata government. A fresh doctors versus Mamata government flashpoint is escalating. After the Bengal government told the Supreme Court on Monday that at least 23 people lost their lives due to the doctors' strike.
Well, we've also filed a report of the State Health Department. Well, they've not gone back to work, the doctors. 23 people have died in the process.
The West Bengal Junior Doctors Front says patient services are operational in every medical college in the state. They have also accused the state government of spreading falsehoods and misleading the Supreme Court, and have called it a nefarious government effort to tarnish their movement and mislead the massive public support for it. Under fire, the Mamata Banerjee government is also facing flack from Abhaya's parents, who have repeatedly accused the Bengal cops of trying to bribe them, a charge denied by the Chief Minister herself.
কোথাও আমি টাকার কথা বলেছি, মেনশন করেছি, মিথ্যে কথা, কুৎসা, অপপ্রচার, চক্রান্ত। রেসিডেন্সিয়াল ডক্টর ফোরাম একটা অফিসিয়াল স্টেটমেন্ট করেছিল, তার 3 নম্বর পয়েন্টে লেখা ছিল অ্যাডিকুয়েট কম্পেনসেশন টু দ্য ভিকটিমস ফ্যামিলি।
আপনাদের যে ভিডিওটা নিয়ে এখনো বিতর্ক চলছে, সেখানে কিন্তু পুলিশ থেকে এখনো দাবি করা হচ্ছে যেটা তাদের পক্ষ থেকে করা হয়নি। আপনি কি আপনার দাবিতে এখনো অনড়?
তাদের পক্ষ থেকে করানো হয়নি মানে?
পুলিশ করেনি বলছে, পুলিশের
তরফ থেকেই করানো হয়েছে, সেটা আমরা নির্দিষ্ট জায়গায় বলে দিয়েছি, তারা বিচার করে তারা রিপোর্ট দেবে।
একদম মিথ্যে কথা বলেছেন উনি। টাকার অফার তো দেওয়াই হয়েছিল, কিন্তু সেটা তো মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মিথ্যে কথা বলছেন। উনি তো বলছেন পরিবার টাকা চেয়েছিল, কখনো চাইনি। বরং উনি বলেছিলেন আপনার মেয়ে তো একটা পাবে, ওটা দিয়ে মেয়ের স্মৃতির জন্য কিছু বানিয়ে রাখবেন। আমি বলেছিলাম দিদি তখনই নেব যখন আমার মেয়ে বিচার পাবে এবং দোষীদের সাজা হবে, তখন আমি নিজে গিয়ে আপনার দপ্তর থেকে নিয়ে আসবো।
এটাই উনি বলেছেন যে কোনো টাকার অফার করা হয়নি।
না, টাকার অফার তো অবশ্যই করা হয়েছে।
Meanwhile, the former principal of RG Kor Medical College, who is under CBI arrest on charges of corruption, has been sent to judicial custody till 23rd September. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, joining me is Surya Agni Roy coming in from Kolkata with the very latest. Surya Agni, what more can you add? Because the deadline was 5 p.m. for the doctors to resume work as directed by the Supreme Court. They haven't done so. So they will now either face contempt or, at some level, coming in where the court is concerned, consequences.
Well, Preeti, I need to show you the visuals right now. It's 2 hours past that deadline. It's 7:05 right now. And we are in front of the Health Ministry's office, that is Shastra Bhavan. Students, hundreds of them, they are sitting on the road. They are protesting. They are chanting slogans. All that these students are asking right now is that they want a closure. They want justice for the victim. Now, what is very important to mention is that, no dialogue has been opened between either of the sides. That becomes very, very, difficult in this kind of a situation, to dissolve it. What we'll do, and we'll try and have a word with some of the students, some of the students who are over here is like, just wanted to speak to you once. What happens next? Because it's already 2 hours past, no communication from government side. What are you people looking at?
We will continue our strike, and we will stay here until they speak with us.
No, you are ready for a dialogue? You are ready for conversations between the Health Ministry right now?
No conversation they made till now.
Okay, no, but you are ready to speak to them?
Yes, we are ready.
All right. See, what the doctors are saying is that they are ready for a conversation with the Health Ministry. However, it has to be seen when that starts, Preeti. It's the protests have been happening for almost a month now, and somewhere, some kind of a conversation has to start. Now the question is that when will it start? When will it start? And who will take the first step? That is something that has to be seen. Once again, I'd show you the visuals. Very, very, dramatic and interesting visuals here. If I can ask my camera person to just pan across and show you hundreds of students who are, sitting over here protesting. And all that these students want right now is that justice for RG Kor. And one more important thing, that they have 5 demands, Preeti. We have been speaking about it since last evening. It has to be seen if those demands are met or not, or if these demands are not met, what happens, because whenever we have spoken to the students over here, the doctors, the interns, they are pretty clear that if these demands are not met, they are ready to sit over here all night. Back to you.
All right, appreciate you joining us. Surya, we're going to come back to you. So 5 p.m. was the deadline by the Supreme Court, mandated that the doctors on strike in Kolkata resume work. There are over 20 people that have died at the RG Kar hospital due to lack of medical staff. Keeping that in mind, the Supreme Court had appealed to the doctors and given them a deadline to call off their strike. They haven't done so. Now open to action coming in from the court. All right, let's quickly move on. A bit of a controversy coming in for former Home Minister and veteran Congress leader Sushil Kumar Shinde. While speaking at the launch of his book, 5 Decades in Politics in Mumbai, Shinde admitted that he was scared of walking around the Dal Lake when the UPA was in power. Remember, you had Sushil Kumar Shinde, who was the Home Minister between 2012 and 2014. The BJP understandably attacking him.
विजय भाई, जब मैं होम मिनिस्टर था उसके पहले मैं उनके पास जाता था और एडवाइस भी मांगता था, तो उन्होंने मुझे एक ऐसा असली एडवाइस किया कि सुशील बोले तू इधर उधर मत भटक, तू लाल चौक में जाके वहां भाषण कर, कुछ लोगों से मिल और दल लेक में घूमते चलो ऐसा। और वो एडवाइस से मुझे बहुत कुछ पब्लिसिटी मिली और लोगों में एक ऐसा होम मिनिस्टर है कि जो बिना डर के वो जाता है, लेकिन मेरी वो किसको बताऊं।
इसका तो वही जवाब दे सकते हैं कि वाकई सच्चा डर था या झूठा था, लेकिन मैं ये कह सकता हूं कि मुश्किल हालात थे। 95 से लेके 96 तक बहुत बुरी हालत थी कश्मीर में, लेकिन नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस को मैं कहता हूं कि मेरे जो साथी हैं, हमारे नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के जो साथी हैं, अनगिनत साथी हैं जिन्होंने कुर्बानी दी। पहला टारगेट वहां मोहम्मद यूसुफ हलवाई हुआ, हमारा ब्लॉक प्रेसिडेंट। उसके बाद एक लाइन लग गई नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के लोगों को जिन्होंने कुर्बानी दी, मगर फिर भी वो खड़े रहे, आज भी खड़े हैं। कुर्बानी दे के ही हम खड़े हैं। उसके बावजूद बीजेपी वाले हमको कहते हैं आप हिंदुस्तानी हैं कि नहीं हैं।
Sushil Kumar Shinde is a very senior leader, and his comments as a former Home Minister and a Congress leader are very revealing. They confirm that the situation in Jammu and Kashmir under the Congress party was terrible. The Home Minister was petrified to go there. That's his own statement. It confirms that the policy towards Jammu and Kashmir under the Congress, starting from Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, right up to his time and beyond, was a failure. That's why the situation was so bad. Additionally, it also shows the lack of concern of the Congress government. It required a third party to tell him कि आप लाल चौक जाइए. And while he acknowledges he got publicity, the intent was never to solve the problem, just in the manner in which Prime Minister Modi's government has been doing, which is why it led to the abrogation of Article 370.
And understandably, the Bharatiya Janata Party has come out all guns blazing against the former Home Minister. The BJP taking on the Congress, stating that terrorism thrived under the UPA rule. The Tiranga flies high. Listen in.
इस बयान से पता चलता है कि कांग्रेस की सरकार के समय जम्मू कश्मीर के हालात कैसे थे। आतंकवाद, अलगाववाद और पथराबाजियों की बोलबाला था। 45,000 लोगों की जानें जा चुकी थी और लॉल चौक जैसे क्षेत्र में भी अगर देश के उस समय के गृह मंत्री सुशील कुमार शिंदे जाने से कतराते थे, डरते थे, घबराते थे, तो समझ लीजिए क्या हाल होगा। आज आइए, लाल चौक पर देश का कोई भी व्यक्ति जा सकता है, तिरंगा झंडा फहराता है, हर तरफ सुख और शांति है और विकास वहां पे हुआ है। यही फर्क है, कांग्रेस आफत लाती थी, हम राहत लाते हैं।
जिस लाल चौक पर देश का गृह मंत्री जाने से डरता था, उस लाल चौक पर आज भारत माता की जय होती है और तिरंगा लहरता है।
Meanwhile, the state of Manipur on the boil once again, not stopped simmering ever since. After a spurt of drone and rocket attacks in the strife-torn state, protesters took to the streets in Imphal, triggering arson, vandalism, stone pelting. The police resorted to tear gas shelling to quell protests, and the Manipur state government has now imposed a 5-day internet ban. Schools and colleges will remain shut for 2 days, while Rapid Action Force has been deployed to keep a check in law and order.
Another tear shell fired right behind me here in this part. They have started marching from this side, the students and the other. So they have fired the tear shells to contain the crowd. As we see in the foothill in the bordering areas, the protest is escalating. Now the tear from the other side, here you see the tear shells are being fired. The police is trying to contain and control the situation. And right behind me, you see here, you see the protesters have set a structure on fire and they are pelting stone. They are pelting stone. Look at this. As we stand here, they are pelting stone here in this part. And from the other side, the Manipur police is trying to maintain the law and order situation. That's a massive escalation in this part. You see, the women have been protesting. That's a tear shell just dropped here. The police is trying to control the crowd. It's all smoke here in this part. And there's a Casper vehicles. Yes, I can hear. And that's a Casper vehicle you see. Now the forces are trying to send back these protesters. And on the other side you see this entire area, this all smoke. That's a tear shell. It's very difficult. Very difficult to see anything. Very difficult to breathe.
All right, I want to cut across to my colleague Ashutosh Mishra, joining us live from Imphal. Ashutosh, ever since it's been months, Manipur hasn't stopped burning, and the latest incidents that we've seen in the last couple of days only underlines the same. What is the latest in terms of tension? There's 5-day internet ban, 2-day schools, colleges shut. What's the ground situation?
Nearly 16 months, Preeti. And the most aggressive escalation we saw was last July, the July 2023. And since then, there have been only turmoil. But we see the rise in the violence, rise in the killings, deadly firing in the foothill areas, in the peripheral areas. And even for last 72 hours, we see the escalation in the protest, even in Imphal. Since this afternoon, the curfew has been imposed. In fact, the curfew relaxation that was issued by the administration has been withdrawn. That simply means there's a curfew in Imphal. And right behind me, all this, one of the most VIP area, heavily crowded, you see, totally deserted, barring a few vehicles who requires essentially the emergency services, the CRPF or the emergency services movement. Subsequently, the internet has been suspended. So all the valley districts, there will be no internet. In fact, the orders has already been issued. And any moment we can go incommunicado, because all these communication we are using internet services. So it can be literally go blackout any moment. The protesters yesterday, they tried to reach out to Chief Minister's office, even at the Governor office. There was stone pelting, there was violent clashes with the police. And even this afternoon from 2 o'clock, multiple places the students tried to get out Governor office. They were marching to the Chief Minister's office. That turned into literally violence. Multiple places they burned out several property. They blocked the highways. In fact, the Manipur police wasn't able to contain the protest, and they had to retreat as the students and the protesters overpowered the forces. The Rapid Action Forces were called. The RAP somehow tried to contain, but what it seems looks like right after 1 year we are back to square one, and Manipur exactly has reached where it was just a year ago. Violence, killing, shooting, firing.
Appreciate you joining us, Ashutosh. Take care. We're going to leave it at that.